Welcome back, everybody. I debated on whether or not I wanted to actually make this video today, but or whether or not I just wanted to wait till tomorrow. It's not gonna get posted till tomorrow for me, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try to stick to a video a day basis in terms of like actual videos like this. The handle swap video that I did was a bit of an exception. I just figured that'd be cool to record. So this is going to be a comparison video between the Kraken and the Hydraken. Two very good knives. Of course, the Kraken. Everybody loves the Kraken. This is I mean, it's the golden standard, right? So how could it not be good? Let's see here. Starting with the Kraken, right? This one is speed channeled. I have had both sets of these handles on both blades, so I have experienced both. And what I can say is that speed channel handles feel better on the normal Kraken blade, or on the actual Kraken blade, and normal handles feel better on the Hydra blade. I originally had put the speed channel handles on the Hydra blade because I really liked the look of these handles. I sanded the flats on these handles, so like all of the texturing and the sides is the most obvious part. You can't really see it that well on the flats on the texturing, but sometimes you can if the light hits it right. But the speed channels really don't fit well on this. It makes it, I don't really know how else to describe it other than saying it feels sloppy with the speed channels, which is kind of, I mean, that's really vague and it doesn't help, like, you get the picture of it really. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, sloppy is how I would describe it. And this is definitely the better configuration. I haven't tried the Bowie Hydra blade, but from what I've heard, it has a lot less tip weight, and so if you're looking for something that is a bit more handle biased, go with the Bowie Hydra blade. But if you want something a bit more neutral, something that fans really good, and just all around does everything really well, then get the Japanese Tanto. Me personally, I prefer the configuration of the speed channels on the Bowie blade. I've never tried a Tanto or any other blade shape, the Weehawk, never tried any of those. I want to get a Tanto because I hear that they fan better, and my style is definitely changing a bit from what it used to be, and I do find myself doing a lot of fans. Especially starting to get into techie stuff. I'm trying to learn the snap, which is really confusing. Like the changing of the momentum from a fan to a thumb roll or a reverse thumb roll. Definitely interesting, so I wanted to put this back on here to help me kind of learn tricks like that. Of course I could learn it on anything, but you know, something that fans better is obviously going to be preferred for my flipping style. First off, the Kraken feels lighter. Now, of course, this is speed channeled, but I just had those handles on this blade yesterday, and even with the speed channel handles on the Hydra blade, this is lighter. So it's not like a bad heavy. This thing carries momentum like a beast, though. Like you feel the momentum. You really, it's not quite as extreme on the Kraken as it is on the Hydraken. But this thing is like insane. You flip this and you finally understand what something that truly carries momentum feels like. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. It's kind of hard to get used to. And is weird at first. Sometimes whenever you're doing like things like giraffes, it can seem a little weird if you're like trying to or not trying to rotate it. Sometimes, like whenever you do that reverse middle finger roll, it'll twist in your hand, and that's definitely something to get used to. But once you're like conditioned to the feel of it, it really isn't that bad at all. And it is a great deal. I mean, it's a Kraken for, oh goodness, what, $100 damn near. Which, you know, some might say that the Hydra already is that, but if you want something with the Kraken handles, then, you know, it's here for the same price as, damn near the same price as a blemished Hydra. So, you know, to each their own. If you just prefer not having to put anything together and just want to buy it all nice and put together, then just buy a blemished Hydra. But this is really good, and putting it together isn't hard at all, as long as you have a pivot needle, because you will need one, because this is tight. This blade is a bit thicker than Kraken blade, and so you use the Hydra bushings that the blade comes with, and then you just make sure you get some Kraken washers and pivots, so you'll have to order those along with the handles, unfortunately, which those are probably like $10 on the Squid website. So, you know, $110 or whatever, excluding shipping, which, of course, you know. But it's good. It carries weight. It's less handle biased than a Bowie Kraken, for sure. It fans amazing. The chaplains are really sticky. And honestly, that kind of makes reverse cats hard. I've been trying to learn those, and it has been I can't always do them that well on this thing. Yeah, no, it like the way it pops up is just weird. Definitely easier on a real Kraken. In terms of, I don't know, I mean, like, making a comparison between the two is honestly really hard, because they are super similar. I have noticed this personally. I haven't heard anybody else talk about this. The hydraken feels blockier. That sounds weird, because it's literally the exact same. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing. The handles are literally the exact same. But something about it makes it feel really square, and I'm not sure why. I was wondering if maybe it was just these handles. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my speed channel handles were a bit different. But whenever I was flipping these two last night before I did the handle swap, even these handles on this blade felt really blocky. I'm not sure what's up with that, why it feels like that. It's not a bad blocky at all. It's like, it really isn't horrible. It's just something that I personally noticed and haven't heard anybody else talk about. There also aren't that many like reviews or comparisons on YouTube of the hydraken. It can definitely do anything that you want it to, which is good. And honestly, I would highly recommend getting one for, I would highly recommend that to anybody, just for something to try. It's not quirky or anything, so it's not like you're getting some balisong that you're definitely gonna like be like, oh, that's a cool flipping experience. But sorry about that. Had to talk to my mom real quick. Anyways, back to what I was saying, which I don't remember, so we're going to hope that I'm not repeating myself. I think I was talking about how I would recommend just about anybody get this. Yes. Even if you have a kraken yourself, it is a very fun experience, and I do find myself at times picking this up over my kraken, just for kind of a change of pace. The kraken can get a little boring at times, I feel. And that is never a fun time, especially if you don't have a lot of knives. This is a really cheap option to try something new. That's what it was. Double scissors on this knife tend to rotate a lot. I don't really have that problem on my normal kraken. I feel like I have decent double scissor form. I mean, I do the flick, and I don't know, they always feel weird on the hydraken. It's one thing I always struggle with. It's definitely strange. I don't know why, what about it. I'm not great at double scissors. I'm sure if you handed somebody like Bootleg Allen a hydraken, he would be able to double scissor just fine on it. But that's just my personal experience at the level that I'm at. Because of the blockiness, it does tech really well. Now, I'm not like some crazy tech flipper, but I do incorporate it when I can, and it handles it really well. Definitely does that. Now, like I said, I don't do a whole lot of that. Mainly what I do is a little bit of spine grabs. I do some like the spine grab out of a chaplain, where you normally you'd be here, so I normally only do it whenever I'm doing one rotation of a chaplain, and you're more like this way instead of this way, and then you grab it with your thumb and swing it around into an underhand fan. And you know, I do some things out of that. I can do a gin knuckle duster. I can do pinky roll into a lower finger cherry picker, which I've been doing this thing that I see Hey Austin do. That is super fun. It's like you let it drop down by doing half an extra rotation and then going straight into a thumb chap. And it does handle tricks like that really well, which is of course good. I don't have many gripes about this knife, honestly, other than double scissors feel weird. It's same jimping as a kraken, so, you know, there's not much to... Of course, you know, it could be more aggressive. Who doesn't like some nice aggressive jimping? But it works. It works. I can definitely do scissors for a minute with the kraken. In terms of choker fans, I can infinity choker this way better than I can the normal kraken. So definitely gets merits for that, because for that trick you really need a momentum heavy knife. You know, I can't do that on a Squiddy WH or anything, because they really don't carry that much momentum. And even on the speed channel kraken, which carries a bit more end weight, I still can't infinity choker nearly as well on that. So that thing absolute beast with momentum. Would now, in terms of like what I would take personally, I'm gonna go with a Kraken all day. It is overall more consistent, I feel, for me. Definitely more consistent. Is it as fun? No. But if I was forced to pick and I could only take one of the two forever, Kraken definitely wins. But that doesn't mean that this knife doesn't have its place. It is good. It does what you need it to. Hey, that's the first time I've done that successfully on video. And would highly recommend. If you want to build it, like I said, super simple. All you got to do is buy the blade, buy the handles and hardware, and put it together. It's that simple. You don't need to tune it. Because the blade is thicker and the bushings are thicker, it automatically has tighter tolerances, and that's currently what mine are with no tuning, and it's beat. It was better before, and with oil, this thing sounds, honestly, it's one of the best sounding aluminum ballies that I have heard personally. And with lube, it's honestly really glassy. Hold up. Hopefully that comes across well. So yeah, without lube, it's really clacky. Not as clacky as like a Kraken, but definitely still really good sounding even without lube. So yeah, I'm not really that like good with balance profiles and telling you whether or not this is a handle bias knife or a neutral knife, or whether it's like super blade bias or whatever. I would say that this, but I'll do my best. I would say that this is pretty damn neutral from what I've heard, just of speed channel Krakens and things like that, and comparing the two, and with it having way more tip weight than a normal Bowie Kraken, I would say that this is pretty damn neutral personally. And, you know, the speed channel Kraken is also pretty close to that. I would say that with the speed channels, these two do have very similar balance profiles, just different, I don't know, different like flipping feel, you know? I probably should have scripted this video, but I am entirely too lazy for that right now, and I was losing sunlight, so I wanted to get this done. I don't think there's much else to talk about. I guess give them a rating. Kraken, speed channeled Kraken specifically. I personally give it 10 out of 10. I have no gripes about this knife. This thing is damn near perfect in every single way. I can't think of... It does everything you want it to, if you're skilled enough. And just overall does things really easy. I wish it carried a bit more momentum, but that would be fixed if I just got a Tonto blade, which I plan on doing eventually. So kind of already am going to get that fixed, and I'm going to get it shortened. So, and then yeah, so that thing 10 out of 10, easy. The hydraken, it's definitely above average, you know. I would give it a solid 8.5, maybe even 9 out of 10. Really the only problems I have with it is that it likes to rotate in weird ways sometimes. Like I said, with those double scissors. I threw that from the safe handle, and like this happens a lot. I will throw a double scissor from the safe handle and then catch it in scissor grip by the bite handle. And I don't know why that's happening. That's honestly probably a skill issue. Don't let that like deter you from getting this knife. It scissors really well. I just personally struggle with double scissors on it. So yeah, I think that's about all I got for now. If you've got anything that you feel like I missed, let me know in the comments, and I'll let you know. So yeah, stay sexy, get good at flipping, and I'll catch you in the next one.